I became their caregivers through my daughter, and it's been through domestic violence cases. She's been involved with gang members. The mom was going to still have a domestic violence case, so now it was going to be 3 kids. And I thought there was no way I could take 3 kids. No way. Reaching 60, I have diabetes, I have rheumatoid arthritis, I still have to work. I thought at that point they would have to be going to foster care. And I couldn't really live with that, but I knew I was going to have to. Unfortunately, the children's father is in prison, and he'll be in prison for life.
When she originally came to ChildNet, she was overwhelmed and stressed with both of the girls, acting out, not listening, throwing tantrums, especially Serenity. She cried over very sensitive, hypersensitive. She would cry over, minor situations.
But she would either break things, or she would go pull things down on the floor, or she would just constantly cry.
PCIT is having a parenting expert in your ear. It's the fantasy that parents want come to life. Inevitably, in traditional therapy, that parent would say something to me, if I could just bring you home, if you could just be a fly on the wall and help me when this thing is really happening. And that's what PCIT does. PCIT helps parents when they need the help, when the behaviors are happening, with the support of a therapist live who's in their ear.
Great information, great reflection, great describing what she's doing with her hands. I felt PCIT would be a great fit for this family. She was open, she was open-minded, accepting of whatever skills she can learn to help her manage both kids' behaviors.
A kinship situation where you become a caregiver is typically something that's unexpected, and it's outside of the plan that you had for yourself and the child had in terms of who would be their caregiver. And so PCIT provides an opportunity where the child can begin to experience their new caregiver in a positive way, in an effective way, and where the parent, the new caregiver, can start to feel like, I can do this. I can be a successful parent with these kids.
And it's a special love. I mean, I love my children, but my grandchildren is a special love that I have with them. You come to a point in your life where you think, you're going to move on to your empty nest stages, and then you get the kids.
They're a spontaneous parent, and everything requires an adjustment period, and they need a grace period to kind of learn and immerse into their role.
I know for a lot of our grandparents, they grew up in a different time period where the parenting was different. So, you kind of have to go in, knowing that there might be some resistance because they are used to parenting in one way.
There and there.
And then let's praise her for using her words to ask.
Thank you for asking. Your words to ask, not what you want.
Great little praise.
She had a lot of anxiety, and she noticed the children's behavior, their negative behavior increased, and they became angry as well. Well, simply by coaching her through slowing down, taking some deep breaths, and modeling it, saying, I'm going to take some deep breaths, and that helps me feel calmer. The children pick up on that very quickly, and they also feel calmer. I was hoping that they would respond to me. And so I've learned not to react, not to raise my voice, not to get angry. I've been given the tools that I can either turn around and ignore, I can focus on the other one.
Because Gina was very open to receiving feedback and, very committed to using the prize skills with the children on a daily basis, she made the process really smooth.
I can learn to be more positive with them, really be more positive with them, Those 5 minutes, you think, oh, it's just 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes that I spend one-on-one with them is like a total change in their lives.
Her willingness to use PCIT, come to PCIT, and to learn new parenting skills. And then to recognize that some of the parenting skills that she was using were not really that effective. And she had sort of reflected and said, I wish I would have known these earlier.
It's really made me become closer with Serenity. And I feel I have Serenity be closer to us.
As a result of completing PCIT, I have noticed that the children are more affectionate with grandma, always wanting grandma's attention because they really enjoy getting that positive feedback from grandma. And they're smiling more when they're with grandma, and they always want to be helpful to grandma, making sure that she's okay.
Awesome. I can't really say any more words. It's changed totally in how I learned with the kids how to react, how to not to react, how to focus on positive behavior. It turned Serenity around totally. It was just amazing.
First 5LA invested $20 million in PCIT, parent-child interaction therapy, over 5 years. We've been interested in this intervention because it's a high-quality parenting program that has a large evidence base. And we're particularly interested in its application to families that have been impacted by child abuse and neglect. And we feel that it can offer a great deal of assistance to those families.